What's up, adventurers, and welcome back. Are you ready to plan the most amazing summer ever?
Because you are in exactly the right place. Today, we are going to explore some absolutely incredible destinations and learn all the words you need to talk about your dream trip.
Okay, before we jump in, do me a favor. Just close your eyes for a second. Go on, picture your dream vacation.
Yeah, what do you see? Are you relaxing on a beach, hiking up a mountain, exploring a brand new city? Whatever it is, we are going to get you ready for it, starting right now.
You know, every great adventurer needs the right gear, right? And for us, that means having the right words.
Totally. So first up, we're packing our vocabulary bags with some keywords for talking about nature. You ready for this? Let's go.
First stop is the desert. Okay, so imagine this. A huge, wide-open space under a giant blue sky, with just miles and miles of sand or rocks. The most important thing to know about a desert is that it gets very, very little rain. And because of that, you can say something like, it gets really hot in the desert. So, if you ever visit one, bring lots and lots of water. All right, let's leave that dry sand behind and head for the coast. The coast is basically anywhere the land meets the ocean. Just think about it. Sandy beaches, the sound of crashing waves. For example, you could say, a lot of people like to live near the coast. And, who can blame them? I'd love to live that close to the sea.
But what if you're not just near the water? What if you are completely surrounded by it? Well, then you're on an island. It's just a piece of land with water on all sides. A famous example in the U.S. is Hawaii, which is actually a whole chain of gorgeous islands.
Okay, from a sunny island, let's go get some shade in a forest. A forest is just a really big area that's filled with tons of trees. Some places, like in California, have forests with trees that are just super, super tall. It's amazing. Okay, this next one is super useful. So a river is a big, long body of moving water, kind of like the famous Mississippi River.
And a stream is just a small river. You find them all over the place, in the mountains. So just remember, big water is a river, small water is a stream. Simple as that.
And speaking of mountains, that low area of land between them, that's called a valley. They're usually super green and beautiful, and it's a really popular place for towns to be built. Now, imagine you take a valley and make it way deeper with these really steep, rocky sides. Now you've got a canyon. Canyons are usually carved out by a river over millions of years. The most famous one, the Grand Canyon. And you should stick around, because we're heading there very, very soon. All right, our vocabulary bags are packed and ready to go. Now let's actually use these words on a real adventure.
Yep, we are taking a trip to two of the most famous national parks in the entire USA.
Okay, first up, the single most popular national park in the United States is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And listen to this, it gets over 11 million visitors every single year. That is so many people. So why do so many people go there? Well, you can go hiking in the tall mountains, you can go camping in the forests, and you can go fishing in the rivers and streams. See? All our new words are coming in handy. You can also check out historic places, like a valley called Cades Cove. Now, in this Cades Cove place, there are all these really old buildings, and they preserve them. So to preserve something just means to keep it in its original condition, so people like us can visit and see what life was like a long, long time ago. It's kind of like a time machine. Okay, on to our next park. The second most popular park is the one we were teasing earlier, the Grand Canyon. It gets over 6 million visitors every year. And trust me, The views there are absolutely mind-blowing. Of course, if you're visiting a huge park like the Grand Canyon, you're going to need a place to stay. A really useful word for that is lodging. Your lodging could be anything, really. A hotel, a cozy little cabin, or even a tent if you're feeling extra adventurous. And if you want a real adventure at the Grand Canyon, you have got to go rafting. This is where you get in a small rubber boat, that's called a raft, and you float down the Colorado River way down at the bottom of the canyon. I mean, how fun does that sound? All right, so you've got the words, you've seen the amazing places. Now it is time for a quick grammar pro tip.
This is going to help you sound just like a native speaker when you start talking about your own travel plans.
So, whenever you want to explain why you're doing something, you've got two super easy options. You can use to plus a verb, like people come to the park to go hiking. Or you can use for plus a noun, like in the buildings were preserved for tourism. See? Both of them explain your purpose. Okay, quick quiz time. Using our new grammar rule, think about this for a second. Why do people visit the Grand Canyon? Can you think of one answer using to and another answer using for? Did you get it? You could say they visit to go rafting, that's to plus a verb, or you could say they visit for an adventure, and that's for plus a noun. See? You're a total grammar pro. You guys have done such an amazing job today. You've learned new words for nature, you've explored some incredible national parks, and you even mastered a grammar pro tip.
So now, it is time to start dreaming about your own trip.
So, we're going to end right where we started. Now that you've got the words and all this inspiration, where will you go on your next adventure? Yeah, will it be a desert, a coast, an island, or a forest? The whole world is out there waiting for you. Happy travels.